market or not, I got a whole invest on in this fiction.
But it's classified when you ask, though. That's some shit.
There's no such as a classified MOS in the military. Maybe the job that you're doing currently may be classified, but or whatever mission you're on may be classified, but your damn MOS ain't classified.
Yeah, we didn't ask about your mission.
Stupid. Well, anyway, that was an interesting conversation.
It was funny that happened as you had paused the clip to talk about somebody playing, about him playing on his socks. Then somebody come playing on yours. The idea in that was so funny to me.
I'm about to call myself Girl Scout cookies. I'm a troop leader. Yeah, I know I love big cookie nights. Ooh, child.
Hope everybody had a good weekend.
Okay, let me see what's else is going on in the news, y'all. Well, we talked about the Venezuelans describing the bullshit that they went through. Let's see. We are setting up food centers. Well, they said we're setting up food centers because of the. In Gaza. This article says President Donald Trump said Monday that there is real starvation in Gaza. Working with Israel as U.S. allies face intense pressure to lift restrictions on aid, with hunger spreading in the besieged enclave. His comments came amid mounting global outrage over rising deaths from malnutrition under Israel's military offensive in the territory. Speaking in Scotland, Trump said that the U.S. would set up food centers in Gaza as we have get the kids fed. He disagreed with Israel's Prime Minister Bibi's assessment that there is no starvation in Gaza. Trump said that he has seen images of Palestinians on TV and that those children look hungry. He later added that these scenes were real starvation, that you can't fake it. The partial easing of restrictions under a new round of tactical pauses has done little to quell fears of the spiraling hunger crisis. This is progress, but vast amounts of aid are needed to stave off famine and health crisis. So there is a clip.
It's really loud. That's better, thanks.
And other nations are now stepping up. I know that this nation is raising a humanitarian crisis. Right. It's an absolute catastrophe. Nobody wants to see that. I think people in Britain are revolted at what they're seeing on their screens. So we're going into that ceasefire, and thank you, Mr. President, for leading on that. And also to just get more and more aid in. America's done a lot on this. A lot of countries have done a lot. We're now working with Jordan on getting direct aid drops in, but this is a desperate situation. Do you think Israel has done all it can for these casualties now? Well, I think nobody's done anything great over there. The whole place is a mess. It'll get straightened out, but it's a mess. They have to get food, and we have to get food and safety right now.
That's it. Yeah, when he was talking, he said, "You're doing great as the lead." And he was like, you know how he has his eyes halfway closed and he's always shaking his head up and down? Like, yeah, he's running that shit. But Trump is running these niggas crazy, for real. They be kissing at night.
What country is that? He's in the UK?
He's in Scotland.
He was in Scotland. Yeah, I saw a lot of news with, like, there's a private girls' school that shut down just for his visit. I don't know if it was a fuck you or if they seriously were concerned about safety, but they said they shut it down for for safety concerns just because of his arrival.
A lot of people don't like him. So I think that was a good one.
And in regards to the aid, I've been seeing most recently breaking news that the aid trucks were arriving empty, simply arriving empty into Gaza. So it's like Israel is very desperate for food. They're not announcing that.
So they're arriving empty into Gaza?
Because they're basically what's the word, like seizing. They're seizing all the aid before it even enters the, and they're celebrating it too. There's footage of them, blocking the aid trucks, wiping them clean, and then letting the aid trucks go in with whatever's left, but there's nothing left on it. That's why it's insane. It's out of control. It needs to stop.
Let me look that up because I haven't heard that.
I'm sorry, I stepped out for a moment. Did Donald Trump address the Palestinian situation? Is that how we got here?
Yeah, he kind of did. He did.
In a very passive aggressive way, Dr. A.G. said, oh yeah, they look kind of hungry. While the UK is playing good cop and then adds, oh no, it's a big crisis, but nobody's discussing Israel. They're all beating around the bush with the IDF, and it's specifically Bibi. They're all protecting Bibi.
I didn't think he just said, "Oh, they look hungry." I didn't get that feeling, and I'm not a fan of him. It didn't feel like he was just saying, "Oh." It did sound like he thought it needed to be prioritized or something should be done about that. That is what I got from it. I didn't get a. Now it wasn't it wasn't direct saying, making accusations against Bibi, and that I agree with as well. But it didn't feel like it was like, oh yeah, there's just a couple of hundred kids. That's not what I got when I listened to it. I can't say, like, it's a feeling we're kind of talking about, so I'm not going to argue that your feeling may be different about that, but I wanted to just be sure that I'm
You
sure
can
that.
play it again, but I heard him very clearly. He said nothing else, nothing more besides they look hungry. And starvation is, hungry would be an understatement. When you're seeing their bones.
Yeah, I'm happy if Patty wants to play it again because I didn't hear it that way. I definitely heard him say aid needs to get there. That's really important. I just didn't hear that, and I could have been listening with some type of pro-Trump bias.
I agree with you about the UK or the Scotland representative. I definitely agree with you there, but not with again, it was good cop, bad cop because they're just deflecting from the root, the root of the issue.
Miss Cleo, I think CEO did a Jedi mind trick, and he might have turned you into a MAGA, Miss Cleo.
Oh, hell no. That didn't happen. The most I was saying is I didn't think he just belittled it. I just didn't. I don't know.
No, I was.
Yeah, I know. I thought of it kind of made my stomach hurt. So.
Yeah.
CEO could never do that to Miss Cleo. Hell no, don't do that to her. But I would agree though that he tries to condition people to just accept the rhetoric because he's conditioned to accept the rhetoric, whether it's, unbeknownst to him or not, he does become a little too complacent when the whole subtext of whatever he's saying, Trump, whatever he's saying, the subtext is relax. Oh, they look a little hungry. He didn't say little, but he did say, oh, they look hungry. It did sound like he was belittling the situation.
Yeah, I'm happy to listen to it again. Maybe I'll even do it on my own. I just didn't hear it that way. I did hear, yeah. I don't think he made a big deal out of it either, but it didn't feel belittled for me. But
Right.
part of Clubhouse is, the space to agree to disagree, so I'm also okay with that.
Fair. The Netherlands has declared Israel as a security threat, which they've never done in their history, and that's very telling, if you ask me, of the global climate, geopolitical climate.
What just happened? The Netherlands what?
Has declared Israel a security threat, a national security threat.
Oh, okay. Okay, I think I found the clip. Fuck. Okay, so let me go back into music mode. I found it. It sounded sincere to me. I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, based on television, I would say not particularly, because those children look very hungry, but we're giving a lot of money and a lot of food, and other nations are now stepping up. I know that this nation is. It's a humanitarian crisis. Right. It's an absolute catastrophe. But nobody wants to see that, and I think people in Britain are revolted at seeing what they're seeing on their screens. So we've got to get to that ceasefire, and thank you, Mr. President, for leading on that, and also to just get more and more aid in. And again, America's done a lot on this. A lot of countries have done a lot. We're now working with Jordan on getting direct aid drops in, but this is a desperate situation.
Do you think Israel has done all it can to reduce the casualties of that?
Well, I think nobody's done anything great over there. The whole place is a mess. It'll get straightened out, but it's a mess. They have to get food and food and safety right now.
So it doesn't sound sincere to you?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like I was like, I hear it again. It still sounds very not belittling.
If you
Right.
back it up right before he says, "Oh, thank you, Mr. President," it's like before all that, he starts the conversation because the reporter asks Trump first, and then the UK, I keep forgetting if it's Scotland or the UK representative.
That was part of the UK.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, so he was doing damage control, like the fixer. Yeah, it is a crisis, and he's like stressing the importance, like, hey, don't just like breeze over this, dude.
Water, he did say the comment about the hunger. He said, yes, the people, they're pretty hungry, but we're trying to get the aid in. And that's when the Scottish guy came in. Mm-hmm. So he did mention the hunger. I think it's all how we hear things. It's all filtered through what our perception is. So you're going to amplify that because you feel a certain way about it.
It's not because I feel. It's because I've been seeing the footage daily.
Well, I mean,
you know what I mean?
When I say you feel,
yeah.
I don't mean it in a dismissive way. Let me rephrase. You have a particular disposition toward the Gaza crisis. So when you hear it, the intensity of what you're hearing might be inflected by that. That's all I'm saying.
Because even his initial thing was they looked pretty hungry to me. It was almost somebody was actually trying to make it sound like it wasn't. He's like, well, they look hungry to me. Not, look, like to me it felt like, yeah, this is not.
It's genocidal starvation. It's past hunger. I get hungry throughout the day. You get hungry we get hungry throughout the day. I think we need to distinguish the difference between starvation and hunger. And that's what was so dismissive, belittling, and just egregiously offensive.
I feel like, I hear you, but I feel like that's, as much as I think he talks ridiculous all the time, I really do. Could he have used starvation? Yeah, I don't disagree on that. But I don't think the intent of him using hungry was to minimize what was going on. I think everything in the message sounded like he thought there was a problem. And not only thought there was a problem, didn't think anybody was doing enough. So I don't know. I hear you, but to me, that clip doesn't support that narrative. I'm not saying there aren't other ones. that you could, highlight to do.
And my supporting claim to that is that they didn't mention Bibi Netanyahu, and they just wanted to kind of, it seemed like, buy Bibi more time. Oh yeah, they're hungry. Yeah, we are getting aid to them because they're hungry.
But that's not what he's...
What are you expecting? Yeah, what are you expecting in that moment for him to come out and just completely put Netanyahu in the grinder?
I tried to make a segue. I tried.
We can't go around it. We gotta go through it, y'all. It is what it is. But yeah, that is what I expect, CEO, in 2025. That is what I expect.
What? Just tell me what U.S. president has done that.
I guess you're right.
I think the greater point, though, Water, to CEO's point, too, I think the greater point is, there's a way that diplomacy works. If you want an all-out fight with somebody, right, then you start at level 8, and then you go to level 10, meaning calling people out directly in public for their behavior. Like, that's a way to escalate a person's behavior, especially if you're dealing with someone who is, in Bibi Netanyahu's case, who is battling, in many ways, his public perception, right? Like, he don't want to go to jail. He know them people about to get him. So you don't want to exacerbate, sort of like the rest of the... I think you're not going to interrupt me, sir, because I'm not...
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Go on mute. Thanks. So there's a way in which the diplomacy has to work, and you can escalate within diplomatic, right? Within the diplomatic process, you can escalate. But to go on TV and call him out in whatever way you're talking about without having that as a direct conversation with him, I think it's inappropriate. Now, if they've talked about this stuff to a certain level, great. And I get what you're saying, but that's not our president's job. Our president needs to go to the international agencies and say, look, y'all need to be doing this, do that, let's get together. Like, you just don't do that. And I get what you're saying, but I just think that that's just not where we are. And I get what you're saying, what you're not saying, but what's clear that there's an issue with the U.S. sort of protective, or the sort of protective thing that they put around Israel when it comes to things like this. I get that. But I don't know. I just think not exacerbating the situation is an issue.
I agree with that wholeheartedly, and I'm not trying to exasperate. And I specifically agree with being diplomatic and using diplomacy with this matter, even if it is emotional, and to not bring emotion into it like a journalist. So whatever has to be done or said has to be done or said.
Okay. Go ahead, Trippy. You want to say something? Triple.
I just needed you guys to pray for me.
Okay, what are we praying for, love?
Okay, so someone was trying to put some voodoo spirits on me, and I just need y'all to keep them away from me.
Okay, we got you.
Motherfucker got voodoo spirits.
What the hell y'all got going on in here this morning?
So Dr. A.G. we consent to not using voodoo anymore.
Well, fuck you too, CEO.
Hey, don't talk about the CEO like that.
You heard him.
See, I'm gonna tell you, there's some things, people, maybe it's my neural processing, but there's just some things I don't joke about. Yeah.
But do you think I'm joking? I'm not joking, I'm dead serious.
I wasn't referring to you, sir. Notice I said CEO. So that means I was directly responding to
Yes,
this
ma'am. Yes,
comment.
ma'am.
I got it. That's okay. We gotta just make things clear. And I'm gonna pray for you, brother.
And hi to everybody but the CEO. That's fucking.
I literally sent
Hey,
up a prayer
Brooklyn. Good morning
already.
to you.
But
And,
damn,
I hope you have the best day, Brooklyn.
the blessed day to the fuck you was hilarious.
Nah, what's up, y'all? What y'all talking about? I've been in and out, not really listening, but sound like y'all had something to talk about, so.
That's hilarious. You ain't paying no attention and want us to recap because you ain't listened to us. That's what you just did. You just said, hey, y'all ain't really mattering in my life earlier. Now I want to come in and have you tell me what you were doing. I didn't care about y'all.
We were talking about how people randomly call them on the mic and curse people out.
I knew you was gonna say something.
Nah, we listened to we listened to the Trump and the Scottish guy chit chat. We listened to that episode. My patience is just. I thought I was a patient person. Then I come on Clubhouse and somebody asked for a recap. I start actually recapping, and we got a person just coming off the mic for no damn reason. Shut
Do y'all not feel the same way I feel
Thumbs
though?
up. Anyways,
Man, fuck you
so
too,
we
man.
were
Fuck you and some bitch.
not interested in that. Sorry, I don't want to fuck
Wait,
you.
who said that? Oh, okay, he's gone. Okay.
He's a
Thank
kid. I went to his pictures. He got like his little Snapchat photo of him and his homeboys making gang signs, and they look like they're 15 or 16. So like, I was a little kid.
I still pray for him though.
Yeah.
I prayed for us in the prayer right away.
Yeah, no weapon be formed against my man.
Thank you. Doing
One of the- a couple of-
kid.
That better than me, because I don't be praying for people like that, but whatever.
Well, I prayed before he went off the rails, and I figured my prayer for him to be protected ain't gonna do me no harm.
You gotta pray for each other.
We know you
Well, I
ain't
got
praying
to
for
do
nobody,
nothing.
Brooklyn.
I was just asking y'all.
So what you said?
I said,
I don't pray for nobody.
yeah, I just said we know you ain't praying for nobody, Brooklyn.
Nah, I'm a heathen.
You're not a kid.
I pray for myself, then I hurt nobody. That's what I pray for.
Actually, that's praying for a lot of people then.
That was
How was everyone's weekend? What you said? How was everyone's weekend?
It was lovely. Thank you for asking. I feel recharged. Yeah.
Are you gonna make sense this week? Because that's what we praying for today.
Are you on Clubhouse? You on a
You are
different
very
application than I am.
ambitious. Yeah, she is very ambitious.
I was like, yo, she must be signed in through a different app than what I signed into.
I mean, one day wanted to make something. Ain't no time we're praying for it.
Maybe my diet.
Maybe
Maybe
you
not.
can sense sometimes.
He makes
Thank you.
sense.
I make more sense when I'm really well fed, and then I make some angry sense when I.
That's why you so angry about being hungry. You be hungry a lot. Oh, I understand. I get it.
When I say hungry, I'm talking about mushrooms. You know what I'm saying?
No, I don't know what you're saying at all. I don't like mushrooms, period.
When he's high, unfortunately, you like, I don't want him to be high, but when he's high,
Get my point. Yeah, I'm
but
myself.
when he's not high
Damn.
on drugs, he just be all over the place.
Maybe you should microdose.
Yeah, it's just a micro. Exactly. I ain't high. I'm just functioning. Yeah.
No, you're not high without your drugs, and it's crazy. You know, one of the guys, these guys I used to serve with, they got out. His ass was doing drugs for like 13 years, never got caught. And we get random urinalysis, right? When he finally decided he wanted to go clean, his wife ended up leaving him. And his wife was the one that cried and complained. She's the one that came and talked to us about he's doing
What
this.
kind of drugs was he doing?
Girl, he was doing coke.
Oh, yeah, no.
And it's crazy because he'd be at work. You know, coke keeps you up. This motherfucker used to be at work at 4 o'clock in the morning, getting his slides together. I was like, damn, this motherfucker productive than a motherfucker. We sent his ass off to rehab. He comes back a couple months later. He's going to counseling. This goddamn officer couldn't do shit. He couldn't function. Like, he got lazy. It's just bad. It was just all around bad. For the Army, it was bad. At his house, his wife was like, when his wife was talking to me and my sergeant major at the time, she was like, sometimes I'd rather he had just stayed on drugs. Like, it's crazy.
You know, they say thank a veteran for their service. Stop that bullshit and start thanking the spouses of veterans, because they the ones holding it fucking down on the goddamn front line. They don't get enough.
I'll give you that. The spouses that are loyal.
Exactly, yeah. The true ones, yeah. The ride or die. But don't do that, the veterans be cheating too, you know what I'm saying?
I was thinking that I was gonna keep my mouth closed, but I know when I've been living abroad, you gotta find out if somebody's single or just single in the country they're in.
Yeah, they call it TDY, temporarily divorced for me. That's some bullshit.
Oh wow, that's a thing.
Yeah.
I've never heard that.
I never felt like it was fair that us regular weed smokers couldn't pass drug tests, but cocaine could. It's not fair. I never thought that was fair, and those are real drugs. You know what I mean? Like, I never understood it, but thank God that they're going to change now, because us good weed smokers, we never did anything to society, nothing. We made it
Are
nothing.
you oppressed, Brooklyn? Are you oppressed?
Yes, I'm
It's a big stretch.
as a weed smoker. I never met a, where have you, in the news, where has a weed smoker ever been in the news besides get caught with weed? You can't even think of a time, can you see? That's what I'm saying.
We smoker dude. Well, I can know lots of people on this app who both smoke weed and I just don't find to be very strong. I don't think being a weed smoker me do is become a felon, but I definitely know felons who smoke a little ton of weed, like legit.
Yeah, it's different. Like, being a felon and you smoking weed is totally different. But the weed that caused the felony, it was whatever he was doing that was felonious to cause the felony. Or you might have got caught with weed, and that was.
Well, I mean, I like getting away with felonies because you can do anything you want as long as you're willing to do the time.
You know, yeah.
Why is he?
Too early for that shit. Yeah.
It's never the right time. Actually, it's too early. It's too late. It's not on time. Ever.
How you doing, Doc?
I'm just remembering my sermon from yesterday from church, and I was thinking about Revelation. But I'm good. Looking at the green photographs, love and life. Thank you for asking.
What was your sermon on?
It was actually kind of fire and brimstone about how Jezebel was telling Christians that they could marry non-Christians and the calamity that happened and blah, blah, blah. Yeah.
Wouldn't you like the evangelist?
It would get really boring. It would get boring really quick.
Are you an evangelist or a Southern Baptist?
I'm a Southern Baptist that is an evangelist.
That makes sense.
You said Jezebel was talking about Christians.
I mean, which Jezebel are you referring to? Because there's two in the Bible.
Are both of them in the Old Testament, or is one in the New Testament?
One's in Revelation.
Got it. Okay, I got it.
That's the last book of the Bible. No, it was, she was telling,
I know this is a really important relationship to you. I just respect it. and I feel tremendous guilt.
Fuck you. All this fucking sarcasm.
I agree with
Let's get over him.
You don't deserve this sarcasm over how fucking wrong people are.
It's pretty obvious, right?
Now you'll have to go to Dubai to make it up.
Not only that, he's fucking wrong all the time. Like, you got all this sarcasm and you're wrong all the time.
See, next time I'm in Dubai,
Hey,
you and me, cigars.
see? Next time, out of here, fucking. You're never in Dubai.
I've been through the airport once, so you will have to come to the airport or meet up with me probably. But
Oh no, I'm going
it's
to
a
the
really
airport.
nice airport, though. The Dubai airport is really nice. Obviously, you know that.
Yes, dog bollocks. Sorry.
There's palm trees inside.
New York might be. JFK might be the worst airport I've been through in America.
No, it's Miami.
Over there,
Miami
what are you
is really
talking
bad.
about? You're sat in their lounge, okay? First class lounge, didn't even walk to the airport. What the hell are you talking
No,
about?
on the way in, on landing. They don't
Yeah.
have
that?
arrivals.
Because they didn't greet you with a carriage?
No,
Yeah,
no, I'm just saying the aesthetic.
Yeah.
The aesthetic of the lounge. I mean, the aesthetic of the airport is just like shit.
Yeah, LaGuardia, they're putting a bunch of money into, so it actually is a little bit nicer.
There you go.
But now you have to walk for fucking ever. So it's kind of, because that was the one good thing about LaGuardia. There were a bunch of gates where, like, you could get to the door 3 minutes from your gate. And now it's like fucking 15, 20 minutes, like, which JFK was always that same way.
Well, they kind of modeled it after London's Heathrow, where you walk.
That's really not true. You land in Heathrow's premier terminal, which is Terminal 5, and it's amazing compared to JFK.
Yeah, I appreciate landing there because I get my 45-minute walking exercise.
You get your 45-minute walk.
Walking exercise.
It's not true. It's not true.
Extent. LaGuardia has very little international stuff, though, because they've got like a 2,500-mile limit or something.
Terminal 2, you're right about. Terminal 2 sucks in London. But Terminal 5 is great. Only problem is, only fucking British Airways flies there.
Brussels and Schiphol, you have to walk.
Schiphol is also nice as well. But again, I'm not even talking about, it's just the aesthetic, you know? You land in JFK and it's like, wow, I've just landed in fucking Nigeria or something like that. Why? The fuck is this?
Brussels airport is a horrible layout. It sucks.
Schiphol is nice though.
It's nice.
Amsterdam.
It's big, but you have to walk a lot. Brussels
Yeah.
is one that you have to walk so much.
Dude, you know what's a piece of shit is Heathrow. Everybody was like, Heathrow.
exactly.
Schiphol is good.
No, it really depends on the
shit.
terminal. Which terminal did you go?
I was in the fancy terminal at, you know, the British Airways first class lounge and everything, and like,
Five.
I still just felt like Heathrow was kind of grungy and old and
If you've been through Terminal 5, if it was Terminal 5, it's the new
yeah, with the shops, yeah. I mean, that part was nice.
No,
but
there's
the rest
every
of-
terminal has shops.
Well, this was
Like,
like
that's what I'm
all the
saying.
yeah, this was like this was like Hermes and Rolex and all that.
They
you know.
got that in Terminal 2 as well.
How long ago was that one?
I don't know which terminal I was in, to be honest. I didn't
There you
pay
go.
attention.
Yeah, there's basically out of 5 terminals, 4 are shit.
Yeah.
That sounds like a bunch of guys who have never flown through LAX.
LAX is a shithole, also.
Yeah, it's also.
Most airports suck. Dubai is very nice.
Well,
Yeah.
Singapore is amazing.
Qatar.
Yeah, it's mostly the Asian ones that are.
Abu Dhabi's great. Anywhere with a good leader actually has a good
Have
airport.
a proper private terminal.
It's because they're all brand new, you know.
The
Well,
one?
it's a separate terminal. It's for not peasants.
We're all, see, Andrew's just stunting on all of us now. We're all fucking peasants.
Yeah, American airports are shitty because we built ours first, so they're old and, you know.
See, David knows. That's
The richest country on earth can't afford to rebuild an airport.
We have nice airports with brand new terminals and everything, but
I actually
like
think Vegas is a decent airport sometimes, like compared to most.
Vegas is fine. It's a good, solid.
Miami's getting better.
DFW.
For the U.S., Vegas is very nice. It's not like anything like the fancy Asian.
Of course not.
Vegas, you know what's nice about the Vegas airport is it's the best run airport in America. You know, like I never
gambling.
Yeah, I never have problems at Harry Reid. Never.
Is Abu Dhabi nice now, British? When I went through there,
It's not as nice as Dubai.
There are more cranes there than I have ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah, no, they're rebuilding it. They're actually rebuilding it. They're not rebuilding. They're building a second airport in Dubai as well, which is going to be great.
I believe Japanese have the best operational airport, Narita. They claim that they've never lost a single piece of luggage in 30 years. Ever.
I believe it. I believe it.
It's nice, but it is like, it's older than a lot of the other. Like it's like nice and very clean and everything, but it's not like it's not brand new. It's
Right.
It's super efficient.
I will say that if you're in the first class lounge, every airport is more or less the same.
No, all the American first class ones are trash.
Not in Tanzania.
Well, the American ones are pretty bad, actually. Yeah, that's true.
I'm to Emirates first class lounge in Dubai. So
I was in the Qantas one at LAX. It was very nice, and then the British Airways one in Heathrow was very nice.
The new Capital One lounges are actually really nice. I don't even have the card to be able to get in.
They won't even give you the card.
You wouldn't even get a Capital One card?
I have.
Fuck is your credit score?
I paid for 2 different high-end.
You open up an Equifax and it just says always wrong.
All in on Bitcoin is what it said.
I'm not a big airport lounge guy though. You know what I mean? Because like I kind of
get there and fly out.
Yeah, cut your time in the airport. You know.
Although the best thing about Dubai Airport, first class and business, is you can actually go into the lounge 24 hours before the flight, right?
Yeah.
You can basically live in there. Like,
yeah,
it's amazing.
I have slept in Dubai Airport. They have got like these little rooms.
Yep, I have
that are amazing.
Yeah, they got hotels, yeah. They got that in
No,
Colombia.
they're no hotels. They're like they're just like a part of the lounge, but they have got like your private little room, and you go to sleep there.
Yeah, British. Issa's not talking about a hotel inside there. She's talking about
I don't know. It's actually.
No, it was
yeah,
a hotel.
it's a
It's a
little
lot of
pod. Again, it's stuffed into like a cucumber,
Yeah.
and then claustrophobic.
No,
Yeah.
it was not that. It was part of the lounge, but they have got like these individual rooms. And I just went there for like 3 hours or 4, but I really needed to sleep.
Yo, our treasury companies are getting fucking ass raped in Honolulu right now.
Well, what else
Are they? I haven't even
opportunities are you suggesting?
Yeah, where the fuck is Jimmy, bro?
How's sweet baby Naka doing? Is it doing okay?
Bro, no, it's not doing okay. We're under $11 right now.
Just barely. It's doing fine.
It's $10.99. We're getting fucked. We're getting railroad, and then MSTR is about to fly. And, you know, David Bailey has still got $750 million locked up until August 11th.
It's coming soon.
Oh, I just need to, I want Naka to get, what did you say? We're going to get to $1,000 a share.
Yeah, we got, I mean, minimum.
I'm gonna tweet that. American Hollow just told me Naka's going to $1,000 a share.
Go ahead, tweet it. Tweet it. David Bailey, I retweet that shit.
Oh shit, Simon Dixon has just posted a tweet saying, I joined the Bitcoin community in 2011. I still remember the Bitcoin Not Bomb segment on Let's Talk Bitcoin. Fuck Zach Shapiro and his ex-CIA team at BTC Policy Org. Fuck banks, fuck empire, fuck war.
Ooh, he feels irrelevant.
Amazing.
He feels irrelevant in
He is irrelevant.
in high school contests. You should be able to lean into that, British.
We got to get Mohan to come back to Twitter to respond to that.
Wait, so what happens if somebody tells them that they were in earlier? Will he blow a gasket, or what will he do?
Be like, I was in 2010, and I remember when faggots like you weren't even here yet. That's what you need to say.
No, we need to get Mohan to respond, and it's like, well, I remember the Bitcoin not bombs on Let's Talk Bitcoin, but I don't remember you in 2011, Simon. Are you sure? That'd be funny.
Mohan's not into Twitter drama though.
I know.
Which is smart.
John, are you
It's
okay?
actually Mohan's best take.
Only good take.
I love Simon Dixon railing against Zach. Like, trying to use Zach to regain
I like that he
relevancy.
put asterisks in his fuck too. He's too polite to write fuck.
Who is he really? I mean, I've seen him around for like 18 months.
He lost a bunch of money on Celsius is where I first heard about him.
He's an OG. He's an OG from back in the day. He's been around a long time. He's just kind of a bit of an ass clown from Bitcoin's early days.
He tried, he does have a chip on his shoulder because he tried to do something from the Isle of Man years ago. His time sucked. And he was unable to get into the something from the bank or into banking through that.
Bank of the Future.
Yeah. He did the Bank of the Future with some deals and, unsurprisingly, pretty much all of the things he stuck his hand into was a miserable failure compared to Bitcoin. And true failure as well. Projects just failed.
I think he wrote a book in 2011 or 2012 or something that's the first to say Bitcoin, as he claims. I don't know who knows, but probably.
But see, he was there in the early meetings back up, and he knows exactly what Bitcoin was supposed to do.
Oh, got it. So he's
BlackRock,
like a sensei.
How dare we support BlackRock and allow them to co-opt Bitcoin? So,
But he's our leader.
Play with him, British. You can play with this guy gingerly and just bust him. Zach already broke him. He's very fragile right now.
You can't listen to the American version of events. You got to read the Soviet history to really understand what happened.
Yeah.
The fact that he's acting this way does let you know that Zach got to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a full 24 hours later that he's posting this.
He's been thinking about it the whole time.
He's been crafting this perfect tweet.
Yeah, Andrew's right. I mean, there are a lot of these people. Andrew knows a lot of them. I know a lot of them. Who were very early. Many of them who fucked up their Bitcoin holdings. I mean, frankly, like they should have a lot more Bitcoin than they currently do, but they were imprudent, and so they don't. And they thought that when Bitcoin finally arrived and did all the things that they said it was going to do, that they would be celebrated, and that they would be playing the role of Michael Saylor and have worldwide acclaim and all this kind of stupid shit. And they didn't realize that, like, nobody cares about them. Nobody knows who they are, nobody cares. It's just some guy from the early days. Who cares? What have you done lately? That's sort of everyone's feeling. What have you done lately, bro? Nothing? Okay.
Oh wow, Simon actually posted the full 13 minutes of Zach ripping it apart. I hadn't heard that. I gotta go listen to this.
I didn't hear it either. I should go listen to it. Somebody pipe it in. JC, pipe it in. Let's listen to Zach tear apart Simon Dixon. It's on Simon Dixon's Twitter. The tweet where he says Zach Shapiro can taste this nutsack or whatever it is.
Netanyahu, he's a
has to do with this, and I don't know what you're talking about specifically. What statement by Trump?
So Trump came out and called Netanyahu a hero while they visited the White House.
That has nothing to do with the conversation. We're talking about trying to decide.
Yeah, it's boring. Like, let's move forward.
But your commentary is about like, what do you think of opinions somebody else said about somebody else? How is that relevant to trying to decipher a scientific or medical?
I want to understand. I like to understand who's standing up for the Bitcoin policy. I get lots of messages. Yeah, it's about understanding who Zach is, just like you can understand. So, do you believe there's a starvation campaign in Gaza right now, Zach?
I'm not going to get into Middle East politics.
It's not Middle Eastern politics. Is there a starvation campaign in Gaza right now? You talk about Israel. You talk about Israel, Zach, all the time. So, why do you believe there's a starvation campaign in Gaza right now?
Well, by starvation campaign, you mean intentional effort to starve people?
Yes.
Not that I'm aware of, but I am not an expert. I wouldn't be the one to know.
Okay, so you don't see the Holocaust that I see?
I don't think I see something I would describe as a Holocaust.
Using your legs was the best.
Right.
Okay.
So line of logic, Zach, use and weigh the experts that you believe would be able to make the correct judgment on that, and then give your answer.
Based on the reporting I've heard, and I can't stress enough that I am not an expert on Middle East politics or what's happening in the Middle East. I don't speak for the Bitcoin policy.
No, it does matter. Because here's why. You don't have to have an opinion on everything that happens.
But Zach talks about Israel. He does have an opinion. He does have an opinion.
I have to have an opinion on what vaccines are.
But Zach does have an opinion. He discredited.
Right?
He does have an opinion on Israel.
I don't control.
Zach, what's your opinion? What's your opinion on what Israel is doing right now, and why is Trump backing it?
Why is Trump backing it? Again, this
yeah. Why is America paying for the highest court in the world as classified as a plausible genocide?
I will humor you and give you my personal opinion on that. I want to say I am not an expert. I do not have any inside knowledge on this, and I do not speak for BPI on this. And in fact, I disagree with people at BPI. My view on what Israel is doing is that Hamas is the bad guy in this war. I think Israel is not being careful enough not to harm civilians. But I think it is very hard not to harm civilians when Hamas is in a tunnel structure that they built that they keep their civilians out of. Right?
And you can't figure out that nobody's blowing up any tunnels when they're on tunnels, and all they've done is taken 70% of the land, and they've concentrated them in a camp right now while they're starving them and haven't let them feed for 3. You don't even follow it, but you comment on Israel.
I don't know the stated aims of Hamas, which actually is to kill all the men, women, and children in Israel. Right? That is what they say. That's
not the definition of a genocide.
All right, let's get to something more fun. Okay, I mean, look, those are.
No, I just want people to know who Zach is. And why is America? Why is America that's funding a genocide right now? Why is this a taboo topic? Why are you not outraged by what your government's doing right now? Why is it that that's a taboo topic that no one can talk about? When Zach talks about Israel, I mean, surely this is one of the most topical things that we should be talking about. There is literally a starvation campaign. If you were watching a Holocaust during World War II, would you say something about it, knowing that the American government is paying for it right now, and Trump called Netanyahu a hero? Well, literally, there is a starvation campaign going on right now. Why is that not a topic when you're somebody that wants to talk about Hamas and Israel, Zach?
Hey, Simon. I don't talk about Hamas in public. I'm giving you my view, which is that I don't see it the same way you do. I do not see it as a genocide. I think we mean different things by genocide. Since you just said that killing all men, women, and children is not genocide in your view. I'm not sure.
No, you're a lawyer. Go to the Geneva Convention definition of a genocide. There are 5 characteristics of what a genocide is, and the highest court in the world has ruled it as a plausible genocide. And you know that your government is corrupt, and you know it's connected to Jeffrey Epstein, and you know that all of this is connected right now.
That might also be political. Let's go back to Bitcoin price. Come on, guys.
And as soon as it comes to talking about the real issue and what America's funding right now, and how it connects to Jeffrey Epstein, and how it connects to everything.
I would like to ask Simon, did your government commit starvation in Ireland?
Yes, they did. And
yes,
my government is a fucking travesty in terms of its history, and they rewrote history in order to try and paper it up And America did exactly the same as that power structure was transferred over.
It's not the same.
Okay, and I really appreciate the Irish for standing up for the genocide case and getting behind what the absolute crimes against humanity that the American government is paying for right now in Gaza. There is literally a Holocaust.
Yep. Yes, well, there's the starvation.
Okay, well, you're supportive of all the covert funding of terrorism and all the things that I try and help people. Yeah, because you don't know. You don't even know who funds Hamas. You don't know the subject. Yeah, Joe, always move on when it comes to talking about America's role in Israel, because in the world, it is the most important topic at the moment right now. Absolute bullshit. I told you to name the time and place. Okay. Now, if you wanted me to organise it, then fine. But I'm talking about the sin of today, the sin of right now, the one that all Americans don't want to talk about, the absolute Holocaust and campaign of starvation. And actually, there is a company called Gaza Humanitarian Foundation, GHF, that is actually funding, via America, the crimes against humanity that are being committed systemically, routing up Palestinians into a concentrated part of Palestine, while Israeli IDF terrorists are shooting at them and massacring them. But your media doesn't tell you that. You don't care about that. That's the untalkable, because this is what props up the dollar. It's war, violence, death, and destruction. And your media covers it up. And that's the issue. That's the issue of the world right now. And no one wants to talk about what's really happening.
All day long. There's spaces on Israel and Hamas all day long on there. I see you in there. Okay? So to say no one wants to talk about it, I think it's a little bit of a stretch.
I'm talking about people.
Go ahead, Simon.
Why would you say nothing about that? Are you happy with your government committing a Holocaust right now?
Things in government, but
If you're not on the ground seeing what's happening, you're not an expert in it.
and I'm not an expert in it. Okay? I'm trying not to talk about things that I'm not an expert in, unless I'm asking questions to try to be more informed. Now, what I will tell you is that there are many things the United States is doing, both domestically and internationally, I do not agree with. Okay, I speak out where I can, where I think my voice matters as a subject matter expert. Other situations, I listen, and I don't just have to preach about it. Okay. Now, what I'm telling you about right here is that we have an opportunity to discuss what I think most people are in the space for, which is financial related, Bitcoin related, opportunities for people in the United States, and even outside the United States. But if you want to derail this to a Hamas-Israel discussion, fine. We can do that. But
no, I just find it implausible that there is a Holocaust going right now, and your government is the one that's the primary sponsor for it, and no one thinks that it's even worth talking about. I find that inconceivable, because everyone would have talked about
Inconceivable. And you're not on the ground. You don't know what's happening.
But I do watch every day for 650 days exactly what's happening on the ground, and listen and engage with people that are on the ground right now. Are you doing that?
This is speaking of fresh air. A little joint and some tea and relax.
This is the conversation to have on another space. I'm not saying it's good or bad. This is like
We're gonna 3,000 Bitcoin invader.
From somebody around Zach's unequivocal, unconditional support for Israel when they're committing a genocide right now, and it just upsets me, because I know so many people that are dying because of this crimes against humanity that U.S. companies are profiting from right now.
Humanity.
Okay. There's a lot of people on each side.
A lot of people dying, they're getting killed everywhere, starving everywhere, and endless wars, just misery. That's the state of the world.
Yeah, but who profits from all of them? Who profits from all of them?
Israel.
Who profits from all of them?
Okay, the American government profits from it. What are we supposed to do? Just bitch about it on Spaces? What do you mean you go protest?
No, not just bitch about it from Spaces. Actually follow the money.
Organize. Follow the money. Take action.
People by saying this is the best country in the world while it commits a Holocaust, and appreciate that you are the ones that can actually do something about the people that are dying right now. It's only Americans that can stop this right now. You're the only ones, and you're ignoring it like a bitch.
I thought you said we're powerless to the overall cabal that controls the world.
You're not powerless. Control your money, understand what your government's doing, recognize what you profit from, and fight against your government because people are starving and dying from what you're
We're not going to
profiting.
take up arms against the United States government. I think you may have a skewed
Don't
view
take
of
up arms
America's role
against
in
the
the world.
United States government, but share yourselves in Lockheed Martin. Share yourselves in Palantir. I heard you, Joe, while you were on a space saying anyone that talks against Palantir is an idiot conspiracy theorist. Do you know what Palantir are doing right now in Gaza? Do you know what they're doing in West Bank right now? Do you know what they are building right now? Do you understand that? And what profit? And if you're profiting from that, Joe, why don't you ask the question? Why do you try and discredit someone that wants to talk about it?
Hey, were these Bitcoin space start saying we're talking about
This is what Bitcoin was created for. It was created to stand up against the banks. It was created to defund the wars. It was created for this. I know that because I was there and you weren't. I was at those original presentations. I know what we were here for. And if banks want to say, oh, you should put it in BlackRock and make BlackRock more powerful, I have a problem with that, and I would like to communicate why that might not be the best idea for humanity, while you tell me that America's the best country in the world while it's killing and bombing children and starving them.
Simply the best.
Okay, you get it all out.
That's why Bitcoin was created.
Okay,
And Bitcoin allows me to boycott the Federal Reserve and the financial
Really?
that own all those shares. And Bitcoin allows me to own it in self-custody and not hold it on BlackRock.
Bitcoin's boycotting this and Bitcoin's preventing all this from happening. Then why are you concerned about BlackRock buying Bitcoin, Simon?
I am very concerned about BlackRock buying Bitcoin, and I spend all day.
This is really funny.
I wish I could solve all the problems, but if Americans would actually be more conscious with their money and stop buying into the bullshit that your government is feeding you, that you're the greatest country in the world while blowing up children and committing genocide.
Bitcoin gives you more power. It's a freedom technology, but it does not solve all the political problems in the world. And
It doesn't solve all the political problems in the world, but if you could stop profiting from genocide and understand and follow the money and stop saying you're a conspiracy theorist, because I actually just happen to notice what corporations are profiting from this genocide and what the incentives are and what the big beautiful bill does and what the CIA's role in this and what Mossad's role and why your presidents are blackmailed and what Epstein is, and you say, don't listen to him, bro, stop talking about that, bro. It's a Bitcoin conversation. We created Bitcoin in order to stop these crimes against humanity.
For folks in the audience,
Yeah, Joe said that I shouldn't be talking, but it's conspiracy theories.
I'm just following.
Hey, guys.
This is always how it ends.
The highest court in the world. Did you catch him saying that? He's against any and all authority, but he appeals to the highest court in the world, which is a joke anyway. And did you like how he said we created Bitcoin? I mean, there's some form of mental illness exhibited there.
And he thinks he's very important.
Yeah.
He's suffering from the delusion that a lot of Bitcoiners suffer from, where they think that they're, a crucial part of Bitcoin's story. They're a freedom fighter. They're a champion. They're this. They're that. Only they get to say what happens on Bitcoin. And Bitcoin's an open, permissionless global network, and so you're just another participant on the network at the end of the day.
It's probably just hard being right all the time. If you're right about Bitcoin, you just extend that to everything else.
That happens too.
Sounds like the Greta Thunberg of Bitcoin.
This is a classic libertarian trope, also. I love the Irish guy sliding in there and being like, what about your government? Like, yeah, bro, the British government is also extremely evil.
And they were involved in the Jeffrey Epstein thing too.
But that's not a good argument. Like Simon.
Well, no, he's screeching. He's screeching about the American government.
He's not screeching. We hear Americans screech about how great America is too, right? But like, he's just passionate. Like the guy had a fucking meltdown.
A little bit of screeching going on there.
There's Americans screeching in this room every day.
He's always screeching.
A lot of screeching.
For 2.5 hours. You could take his recording from 2 years ago, play it today, and no one would be able to tell the difference.
It's Andrew's right. Andrew's right. You could take it from 8 years ago, Andrew.
Fine, but that's not the point though. Like, you know, it is what it is. Like, he's passionate about his bullshit. Whether you think it's true or not, like, he's having a fucking mental breakdown.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just, it's like, it's cringe.